Hello, it is I, Dr. Brian Lorgon 111, and welcome back to Puddle Knights. I put this aside for a few days before coming back to it because I was really struggling. But yeah, on a fresh morning, I think I understand part of my mental blocks and how to get around them. But let's see how this goes. So, in this puzzle, my goal is to get the red guy down to the south, basically with his head where the blue guy's cape currently is, because that's what I need in order to have a nice length of cape for the nobleman to walk on. So in order to do that, I'm going to shuffle this guy down here and then get this guy going counterclockwise for reasons. I need to get the blue guy's cape eventually here, where red guy is standing. And so to do that, let's see. I want to bring this guy up here. And then I'm gonna need the blue guy in the mix too. And if I do... then red guy's cape is toast, isn't it? So that's not going to work just yet. So in that case... already struggling to remember. Red guy's kind of trapped up here right now. Did I need to bring blue guy up earlier? Okay, this is where I'm getting into my mental block. What I need to remember is... I can temporarily move guys onto red guy's cape while I shuffle other guys around. There we go. And so I can do things like that. Now, am I in a position where I can break off this cape? I think yes, but... not even a but, because this guy can stand over here and not break red guy's cape. So that's the first part of the puzzle. Then I need to get the blue guy out to the exit part of the puzzle. That's another thing that I was missing, which was I was thinking the bottom section of the puzzle had dead ends, and so the only guy that I could send in that direction was red guy at the end. But the nobleman and now the blue knight both can walk in all four directions, which means they can turn around. So I can do this, because his work is done. So let's just get him out of the way for a moment. And now the only goal is to get red guy out. Which I can now do. And get him all the way to here, which is where he needs to be. Blue guy can now just move out of the way. And there we go. I did it. I've solved the puzzle. Dignity has been preserved. Alright, that's good. That makes me feel good. Let's move on to metal rugs. This is another extra challenge one. So I have a 1-length cape here. I have a 2-length cape here. And that actually doesn't look like a bad place for that one. Let's go ahead and reset the puzzle. However, oh boy. Feels like this guy has a lot of walking he needs to do. I could break off at most yellow guy's 1 cape in the first section of mud, I think. So let's see. If I were to do... Let's just try something out. Why can you not move? Metal capes, they don't break off. They don't have their little section marks. Okay. Let's reset the puzzle. So these are unbreakable capes. Okay, we have our first mechanical twist. That's good, though, because it means it's going to limit the state space of things that I can do and force me to think differently about things. Okay, look at that. I already thought differently about things and found a way to get this guy here. Furthermore, I think I see the only way the nobleman can move farther to the right is if I do this. But then how's he going to get across the next section? I needed to already have the yellow guy over there, I think. Which is still possible. If I sent you in front... Right there would be like the right spot for the next bit. However, I already needed the blue guy circling around in this direction, and so you actually needed to be in opposite order. So I think what I need to do is something along these lines. Rotate you guys around. Like this. Now you can go here. And now you can go... Oh, I needed you to be going like clockwise instead of counterclockwise, didn't I? Yes. Can I back up through all this and just change it at the beginning? Yes. I could have had you go this way. And then do something very similar. Where I rotate them around again. But this time, this guy is in this direction, and I wanted that. Why? I guess because I wanted to drop the nobleman off here in this little in-between spot. And now I think I'm done. Because I think you can go here. Oh, baby. I saw that one so much easier than the previous puzzle. Although it was the first puzzle with this new mechanic. So maybe even for an extra Puddle Knight challenge, it might not have been as extra challengey. I don't know. Turn cloaks. Alright, another one of these metal cloak puzzles. Different colors, but same length of cape? No, we've got 3 cape behind this guy. So where do I imagine we're going to take this one? I have a vision in my head that I want to explore. Which goes something like this. But then what? Well, I guess... I'm not sure if this is a good idea. We need to have the yellow guy freed up reasonably often to get anywhere. I think we're gonna end up stuck over here, though. Well, I could unstick things by doing that. But basically, there's never going to be long enough. And also, okay, let me just explore this part at the end. So it looks like yellow guy will need to be ahead at the end. and go right here to get to the exit. Let's go ahead and reset everything. So, in order to get into that situation, the nobleman would have had to be standing on the blue cape, like over here, with the blue guy's head here, for example, in order for yellow guy to be able to get through to get to that section to the exit right at the end. So, if we can get nobleman and blue guy into these two positions, that would help us win the puzzle. Prior to that, the nobleman would probably have been standing here. So our goal would be to get the nobleman all the way to the north end. And in order to do that, I feel like he needs to be like temporarily standing on the blue cape here, for example, maybe? Well, even then, he couldn't get far enough north. Yeah, actually, in order to get the nobleman to the north end, like, is he going to go around the east side or up the middle? If you were going up the middle, then that implies that he's standing on the blue cape here. I like trying to kind of think backwards through the puzzle. And so if he wanted to be standing on the blue cape there, I think I could arrange that. Because if I stood here, there's the blue cape. However, before... Oh, so the problem is, sure, he's standing on the blue cape here, but now he's blocking off yellow's ability to get to the north, and we needed yellow to get him standing on the blue cape there. So that didn't work. I'm going to reset the puzzle again. So is there another way to get the nobleman to the north end? One way is what I just showed, which seems impossible. How else could the nobleman walk to the north end? The blue cape is kind of like one moment of temporary standing space. I guess if, for example, he were somehow standing here, that would be good for me. Could I get him standing here? That would imply... Yeah, I think I can. So... that would mean doing this. Yes, this actually looks good. Okay, this is... well, it wasn't awful, but I just realized the blue guy is in the way. I have visions of doing something similar, starting out by going to the east and then swapping directions. But let's just kind of test the idea of swapping directions out here. What is it I want to do? I want to move him like here. And then... yeah, I could do something like that. Okay, so let's reset the puzzle again. And let's try to, rather than get the nobleman standing here on a blue cape, let's get him standing here on a blue cape. And so in order to do that, I need him to be able to walk that far. I need the blue cape there. He's standing on the blue cape. Great. And so now I want to give him an alternative something something. I think I want to give him a path to the north. And then can you... yes. Yes. Great. Great. Okay, and from here, I think I previously worked out that in theory I should be able to solve the puzzle. Because I said if you were standing here, yes, then I could do this, and you can get to the exit. Alright. I am pleased with the mental framework I used to solve that puzzle. Let's move on to roll the blue carpet. Extra Metal Light Challenge. Roll the blue carpet. So once again, we've got a 3 cape and a 1 cape. It seems clear to me that at the end of the puzzle, we must end like this. So in order for that to happen, I think the nobleman would have to have been standing here, which means he'd be on a blue cape. And then the yellow guy would have come up the north side in order to get in there. In order for the nobleman to be standing on a blue cape here, with a blue guy here, that implies that the nobleman eventually got to this kind of safe space at the start of the puzzle. So once again, step 1 should just be to get the nobleman across the big bit of mud in any way possible. So how can we do that? Seems like once again, just trying to get him any progress kind of as far as he can go might be a good start. So if I were to start like this, we're going to run into problems with not having enough turnaround space if I'm not careful. Yeah, these guys are going to be like all bumping into each other if they're not careful. I wonder if I can have you temporarily go over here, just so that I can give you the chance to turn around. And why did I want to do that? I'm not sure just yet. But I feel like it might be smart. Well, okay. Now I could move you to here. Actually, just here, probably. I'm not sure if this is a good idea yet or not, but I'm trying to move the nobleman kind of slowly to the left and upwardish. Could I get the nobleman like one more square to the left? Actually, can I do it right now? Well, I kind of could, except for he's standing on this guy's cape, too. So... but I could do this. And now that's kind of as far to the left as he's been standing on the blue cape. And I note that I could walk him all the way to here, but there's no way to get the blue guy into the left section now because both spaces that open up to the left are occupied. So I don't think that's going to work just yet. So what if that were reversed? Can I reverse that? Yeah. Which is to say I could do this. Temporarily move you here. There we go. And I just need to get you on the island right now. So let's just get you on the island right now. Actually, that's easier said than done. Does it help at all if you're already standing here? I mean, either way, you're standing on yellow guy's cape. So maybe I just need you to temporarily stand on blue guy's cape so the yellow guy can do something more useful? Maybe? What's he gonna do, though? I don't know the yellow guy can provide another standing place. I feel like that's actually a bad move. Oh, here's an idea. What if instead you were standing here? Actually, I'm gonna back up a bit. I think... What do I think? I think for reasons that I'm less sure about this than when I originally thought it in my head. I actually might want yellow guy here. No, because then yellow guy's blocking off the ability for blue to go anywhere, so that's definitely wrong too. Okay, so I tried something along these lines previously, but let's do it again. Oh, here we go. With blue guy and the nobleman all the way over there, now yellow guy can cycle around in a useful direction, I think. What direction is useful? Anything that provides access to both of those squares, because then the nobleman can get out of the way. Actually, specifically here, because then the nobleman can get all the way out of the way. Blue guy is able to turn around. And then I think blue guy can now set up the ultimate thingy-ma-do, which was what? If yellow guy takes one more step this way, then you can stand here, and that's exactly what I need. Yep, there we go. Okay. I think I might have a better mental framework for thinking about parts of this game, because I've managed to solve 3 puzzles in a row without getting stopped. Actually, I guess that's a 4th. Well, I solved the 4th one off camera. We'll take a look at one more. Knights in Shining Armor. Alright. Yeah, for the moment, I think I prefer the metal capes, because there's a smaller possibility space. But we'll see if I continue to always feel that way. Alright, I'm just going to try to start with what seems to be the most obvious things for me to do right at the beginning. I note that this space exists. I am unsure why it exists just yet. Also, yuck. How is this possibly ever going to work? It definitely seems like at the end of the puzzle, one of them will have to be trapped here forever, and the other one will have to be trapped here forever. So I need both knights mobile up until we get to that point. Which is the reason that this place surprises... Oh, that's a place to drop off the nobleman, of course. How do I drop off the nobleman there? One cape needs to be here. The other cape needs to somehow be, like, here. Oh, where the nobleman is standing right now, of course. So, if I move you over here, then you can have space to turn around here, and you can go over into this space that I was so curious about. Okay, that makes sense. Now... I think I see the next spot to get you is right here. In order to do so, think I also see how to do it. And I think it involves first having you coming from the north. Or one of you guys coming from the north. So that it can move there. The other guy could pick a better route, like that. Now you get shifted to here. Okay. What's my next move? We've solved the puzzle. No, I have to get the nobleman first to one of these two squares. Actually, specifically to this one, so that both of the knights can go into their final positions, as I described earlier. So in order to get the nobleman here, this guy is going clockwise, and that's wrong. I need someone going counterclockwise. And there's space for both knights over here to move around. So let's go in here and go anti-clockwise. Bring our nobleman. And now I think we're done. Because you can go here. Oops. Nope. You go back here. Gotta work on my button pressing skills. Look at that. I did it. Alright. That went pretty quickly. We still are under 30 minutes. So let's take a look at the unbreakables and see if possibly we can have great success and finish off a whole section. Oh my goodness. So the middle section here is useful for turning around and swapping positions. Yellow guy's cape is 2 sections long? Yes. Blue guy's cape is 3 sections long. In order to get the nobleman out at the beginning, we're gonna need blue guy over here. So we need to invoke position swapping right at the beginning. So let's do that. And get blue guy in here to rescue the nobleman from the outset, probably by standing here. Where will yellow guy need to go next? How is the nobleman going to get through? I think actually where he's standing right now might be okay. Because blue is going to have to do something, which means he needs to just be able to squeeze past and then figure out a something that is doable. And at a glance, just putting him here so that yellow guy could be freed up again seems plausible. So yeah, this puzzle might be sufficiently constrained that the constraints are really going to help me out. Okay, so yellow guy can turn around. Get the nobleman off the blue guy's cape. Oh, but now we're going to be stuck. I think what I should have done is actually had you stand here and had you stand here so that blue guy can try to drag you around this whole corner, possibly. Because now blue guy is free to move. This still doesn't seem to be enough though, right? Because yellow guy can't get around. Like, I could move you as far as here. But yellow guy can't pick you up again somewhere. So how is the nobleman ever going to get through this little loop in the middle? Basically, without a temporary place to stand, he'll have to be standing on one cape or the other. And the trouble is, I possibly see a way. What if this guy had gone this way instead? And now the nobleman is still kind of standing in the way here. let's just play around with this for a moment. I'm imagining somewhere where both knights are still moving clockwise. Or counterclockwise through the loop, but no, that still doesn't work either. So let's back things up a little bit more. This may or may not be useful, but I note that I could move you here, and then have you freed up, and then move you here again. And the advantage now is that Yellow Knight will be facing outward after the nobleman starts moving again. And so that seems like it could be valuable. So the nobleman could stand on one of the capes. Then yellow guy could come around and do something. Yeah, and actually I think I might want to swap yellow and blue. Is that possible? It's not possible right now. And all the various places you could be, I think are all gonna kind of suck. Here's what I think. I think I'm not going to solve this one today. I've gotten a taste of it. This looks like it's going to be difficult, or I'm going to need some new insight. Perhaps I'll have that off camera before next time. So I will say, I hope as always that you all are having a great day, and I'll see you again soon with more Puddle Knights. For now, bye-bye.